What it do? What it do? Episode 3. Clip, what's up, my brother?
Up,
Leon.
baby?
How y'all
What you
feeling? What
going
y'all
on,
watching the game?
fellas? Ah,
Watching the game?
yeah, I got it on.
Episode 3, man. We back again. We appreciate the guys that's been rocking with us, following us, keeping this thing going. Um Today we're gonna drop the new rankings. We got a special guest we're gonna bring on. This week in our rankings we updated the girls 10U and 14U. I hope all the girls don't get mad at us, but we still learning that thing and we still growing in that department. What's new? What's new, Leon? Can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Say, just get ready for this weekend. Got a lot of good games coming up this weekend.
Oh yeah, yeah. Got OTB Sunday. We got what is it? 16 games,
16 games, two fields.
two fields, 16 games. We gonna put on the show, man. We got a lot of cameras gonna be out. A lot of pictures gonna be took. We're gonna try to get some of these guys that might get some of these awards later in the season. We're gonna try to get some pictures of them. We're gonna try to get some interview with some of these kids this weekend. We try to make it big, man, for you football, man. Come out to the event. Come to have a good time. You coming on some different stuff, man. If you ain't coming to have a good time and enjoy yourself, eat some good food and talk football, man, stay at the crib. For
Stay at
real.
the crib.
Just stay home, man. We don't want no smoke with nobody. We here to literally just put on a good show, laugh, joke, talk football. You know, that's really it for us. I know that.
Yeah. We don't want to press charges on your ass either. Because we pressing charges, you ain't gonna mess up a good day for these kids.
Right. So come in peace, man. Um, but we got some really good lineups and some good matchups, man. We got some South Carolina teams coming in for OTB. Got some different area teams. Got some Charlotte teams jumping out there. Got some number ones jumping out there. So it's gonna be a show for sure.
And we got some really good games for Sunday, man. Some really, really, really good ones.
Before we bring our guests on, I want to talk a little bit about AYF. Leon, can you tell me the difference between AYF D1, D2, and D3?
Man, that was a conversation we was having. I mean, the difference far as what you receive or far as
No,
the
just
competition
like
level.
yeah, just what's the routes? What's the routes? If I choose to go D1 and AYF, what's the routes of AYF D1?
The routes far as
Like to get to Florida.
man, D1 tough, man. AY D1, city, states, regionals. For the most part, man, I'm only speaking for North Carolina, Charlotte. City for the most part, man. You can almost predict everybody that's going to win a city championship and AY Charlotte. To be honest, But to me, when it gets to states and regional, now that's where we playing football right there. Because one
But
thing
it's some,
about Winston
but
and
it's some,
Raleigh,
but some age groups you don't have to go to regionals, correct?
correct, D1, most of them, right?
Uh huh.
Then
Okay.
most of them you don't have to go that route. But I would say this, man. A lot of people, uh, they clown people going D2. I'm not gonna say clown, but it's always this talk, man. D2, D3. It's okay to go D2. It's okay to go D3 if your team not built. If they're not built for this gauntlet, and especially if you have a team, you might have a good team. You might not be big enough to be in that D1 bracket or that D2 bracket. Go ahead and go D3. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you're gonna receive the same. If you happen to win it, you're gonna receive the same thing as D1 and D2.
Well, I think they're only allowing Pacific teams to go D3, and when it comes to nationals, so I guess that's just some
And
more
what's
research we
what's the
gotta do.
criteria for that?
That's a question I really honestly can't answer. I have to get maybe Reggie L to be on here one day, maybe Mo Evans, um, maybe one of those guys. That's a little bit above us that could better give us some insight on that. I'm not sure
That
how the D3 works.
because I was watching the actual D3 champ, man. That team looked good. So that's why I'm asking, like, hey man, and you could call it D3, but the team that actually won, I forgot the name of the team. I'm to look it back up. They looked really good. They looked like they could actually have played in D2, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking what's the criteria. If your team's not built for, I feel like if you're going to offer D3 throughout the whole entire region and national,
But
the
I don't.
criteria.
But I think it's two different things. I think North Carolina as a whole is doing like a D3 playoffs, and I think they're gonna offer it to whoever. But that's not affiliated with AYF or anybody. I think they're just doing a D3 playoffs for the state, for the teams that's just not D2 or D1, or teams that may not be going to nationals and UIFL. And then you got the D3 AYF where you have a chance to go and play in nationals. But I think only certain teams fit the small criteria of that. But I don't know what that criteria is. I guess that's another conversation for another day. Um, but yeah, so but just teams are starting to declare now. We kind of the smoke is clearing out. We kind of seeing who going D1, see who going D2, see who going, I guess gonna go D3. Um, like I said, for me, I always wanted to see the state of North Carolina and South Carolina. Like, if you can, you want to put a team in every age bracket to try to get down there and try to compete for a chance to win a chip. Um, so that's always been for me. Like, let's put our best teams in the right place and put them in the situation to go down there and compete to possibly win. You know what I mean? Because once we get to Florida, we rooting for each other. I know I am. We after states, I'm rooting for all the teams in North Carolina. Should have South Carolina too. After states, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
if we can get back to doing more of that, I think North Carolina will be a better place as a whole. If we start to support one another, obviously we're gonna play against each other in the state, play against each other in the city, but after that's over with, man, we gotta link up and start supporting one another. You know what I mean? Especially down in Florida, them kids
Only
be
reason why,
needing that.
one of the reasons why I was saying we talking about D1, D2, D3 because like you just said, I feel all the leagues in general, we want to send as many people we want to represent, whether it's 1, 2, or 3. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was trying to figure out what's the criteria for that.
Yeah.
But that D1 is definitely a monster. So if you decide to go on D1, just know, man, just be honest with yourself, man. Just be honest with yourself.
I don't
That
like the
that
fact.
road
I don't
that
like the
that
fact.
road is
I
tough.
don't. I don't like the fact that Leon be trying to discourage these guys not to go D1, man. Leon, why
I'm
you be
not
doing?
I,
Why you be
I'm
doing
not
that,
discouraged.
Leon?
I'm not
No, Leon.
discouraging
On the
nobody.
internet, clip, I done seen Leon try to tell the teams not to go D1 that feel like they D1, man. Leon, stop doing that, man.
But why not be real with yourself though?
But some teams feel like they D1. So
I
how you
understand it, but why not be
but
real with yourself though?
Cliff,
These guys are real.
listen,
I mean, it's just my
listen,
opinion, man.
Leon be trying
Hey,
to discourage these guys from going the route they feel like they rightfully deserve to go.
hey, man, they can go where they want to go. I'm just
But I
trying to
tell
be
you
real.
this though, he right. If you gotta have something if you gonna go to D1 AYF. Me myself, I played in the D1 AYF. I won the regionals. I lost the regionals, and the team I got now, I wouldn't want to take that same route because I know that we ain't built for that right now. Could we be that team? Yeah, we could be that team, but when you playing against the Walkers and the Beacon Houses and the Spartans and the Virginia Beach, all these boys, like he right there. You gotta be strapped up for it.
I
It's
ain't
it's a
saying
hell
you
of
ain't
a
gotta be.
run.
But the day and age of today, man, guys got their own remedy, bro. Like everybody running. I always tell people, everybody running their own race. Like what race they running, we all just don't know. You know what I mean? Like so, some people might feel like their lane is the D1 route, regardless to what they just. That's just the route they taking. You don't
But
want to take that from them. Some people feel like they race is a D2 race. That's the race they
but
taking.
but
I don't
that's the
need.
people
Listen,
they
but Leon getting out there telling people, making a whole post talking about, man. Let's be realistic. Some people don't need to be going D1. Man, leave them people alone.
You're right. Hey man,
Hey,
hey, everything is an opinion. I'm just, I
that's
mean,
fair.
just being real with it, man. I mean, some people need to be. I get where you coming at with the whole situation, but
Leon ain't want them boys to end their season quick, they.
Yeah,
He
Leon
want
trying
their
to.
season to keep
I
going.
don't,
So
Leon, I don't need you getting away. Let so many people make their decision and go ahead and go that route, bro.
it's
But
rough.
nah. But without further ado, man, we want to get our guests on today. Every week we gonna bring on a different guest. This week, we got one of the better coaches around the area. Come from out of Winston, the head coach TNB 12U. Must been around a little bit, coaching different age groups. Got a dominant team, fast, physical. Um, man, them boys are put on, man. Without further ado, um, Fish, if you got mush, bring them in.
Yo,
Coach Mush, we can't see you.
hold on,
You got
hold
to
on.
turn the light on, baby.
Is it a glare? Can you see now?
Now we can see you, Coach.
All right, was good, y'all. Was good.
Man, we appreciate you taking some time out your night to jump on here with us, man.
I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Appreciate what y'all been doing over the years too for these kids.
And thank you, man. I'll start off with we're gonna just basically
Hey,
ask you a
look,
couple
my bad
questions.
to interrupt you, man.
Good.
Y'all know I coach that 7U too, man. I can't leave my 7U boys out,
Okay.
man.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Shout out to my
Mush,
7U boys too, man.
Mush, you done started over. You went back down and started over again.
Yeah, man. You know TMB, man. Them boys about on their way out the door, man. I'm so in love with the game. Luckily, my son on 7U. And we just starting over, man, trying to create another dynasty, but do it in a different way this time.
No doubt, no doubt.
ah,
I,
mush, no daddy balling, mush, no daddy balling, man.
Hey, what number my son got on 7U?
hell no.
You ain't gonna know. You ain't gonna
Hey
know.
Mush. So what we do on this segment? We go around the room and ask a couple questions, and then we let you kind of break it down, and then let you kind of talk about anything that you want to talk about after that. I started off just giving some history and some backstory on me and you. Um, I met you a while back, man. We think it was like 6U. You was with the Indians, 6U or 7U. You was
7U.
with 7U. Okay, you was with the Indians, and you ain't have the best team back then, but you used to always hit me up, trying to lock in games. And that was kind of foreign at that time because a lot of people wasn't really jumping out there trying to play teams. Win, lose, or draw, you always would want to line it up. And I knew that eventually, once your kids caught on, that y'all was gonna be good. And that's where our relationship kind of built from that back then. I think it was like COVID season. Um, and man, you just linked from there, kind of been rocking together ever since that. Um, but
Right.
but what did it take from back in 7U where at that point you didn't have the best team. Now today at 12U, the last couple years, arguably you know kind of dominated the age group. How was that transition from like back when you were 7 and not having the best team to I guess like by 10U be taking over the age group in a way.
Um, First, I always try to put it on us or as me as a coach. Like that 7U year, that was my first year as a head coach. It's like I had the passion for the game, but I didn't really understand how to teach the game on a certain level, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah,
I was with it, like you say, like yeah, we gonna show up. We was gonna be physical, but it's like we really didn't know how to scheme back then, and we really, like I said, we was fresh as coaches, so it's like we go to Charlotte in that 7U year. I was really supposed to have a tiny mite football team because we was still weighted football down here. So it's like we go to Charlotte. I see Big 36 and John, all these big ass kids, and we like, what I'm saying? What the hell they got going on? Like, like that 7U year, none of my kids weighed over 90 pounds.
Okay.
So it's like we a real live tiny mite team. Then, like I say, we go to Charlotte. Y'all been balling up there, unlimited football. You got kids like Fat and all them. Them boys was already kind of vets at the time, and like Walt nephew, they was already used to playing big boy football. So I feel like we was fresh coaches, and we didn't have like the right personnel all the way. So you mix those two together, we were just a little scrappy little football team that just wasn't trying to give up. But like far as X's and O's and schemes and personnel, we really wasn't there yet. So then it's like 8U came back around, and I used to be frustrated as hell up there, man, because it's like we'll be playing the Giants and the Chargers and the Dolphins, and we couldn't even really get first downs and shit. But it was like
I
that
remember
was
them
a
days.
it was a drive to come back every week though. Like I wasn't one of those guys that were just gonna lay down and let the kids just lay down like that. It was like, nah, y'all, fuck that. We going back next week. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We lose
Right.
again, we going back next week. But then it's like that 8U spring, it was like, okay, it's unlimited ball now. So we just went and grabbed some more old linemen. And, I had some people that was around that wanted to see us do good, and they like, help us break the game down so we can teach it to the kids better. Then it just started taking off from there, really.
You know
Okay.
what? Speaking on that real quick. You mentioned the Dolphins. Let's go back to you saying coming into the game. It was like your team as you was coming up. It was always the Dolphins that stood in your way.
Mhm.
But I think it was a 10U year. You finally got them right. Did you
Yeah.
feel like that's when you finally got over the hump?
Yeah, because it was the only team in the state that had never lost and we had never beat them. And it was like we played them at so y'all be holding shit down. We played the Dolphins at y'all OTB event on that Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And we did so good with them, but we still lost. And that was like one of the most hurting feelings in the world because they got Batman full of the other quarterback kid. They had a lot of kids. They always been a lot of kids. And Mike, we already know what Mike do as a coach. And it hurt us that year because like we had it to where they didn't score on offense. They ended up running that kickoff return back, and they got that
I remember
50
that.
point.
Yeah.
And it was just like that shit hurt so bad to come up with your game plan and really be out there executing and still lose. But we always told the kids, like sometimes you're gonna try your hardest and still lose. It's just a part of what I'm saying. It's a part of the process. But it was like what put the chip on our shoulders when Matt came to AYF D1. Cause we had been winning that shit. Like we might lose when we play, it's like Mac, but like we was always running PYFCL. So it's like I kind of took it a little personal when, people come to AYF D1. Cause it's like not on no cocky shit, but it's like, that's ours though. You get what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
when people come AYF D1, we take it a little personal though. And it's like it was no way I could let Mike come in my lane and just take that shit from us though. You get what I'm saying? Like that be the mind frame when you preparing. Like I just can't let them come over here and just take that shit from us like that.
Is that the
Right.
same
So
mindset you? That's the same mindset you got right now with 300 boys.
every motherfucker that step in front of it, excuse my language. So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I don't care who it be. Like it could be the Georgia Eagles. It could be anybody though. Like we not gonna have that mind frame that somebody can just come in here and take our shit. Just like if y'all was to invite me to y'all house right now, bro, I ain't supposed to just walk in y'all kitchen and be fixing sodas and shit. Like You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's your house, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, so we do take it like that for 300. Anybody though, you get what I'm saying? Like, cause this year, we supposed to be that'll be 5 in a row, 5 cities, 5 state championships in a row. So it's just like, it's a big goal for us just to keep holding it down.
Cliff, you got some?
Oh, yeah, I just want to say what you think about the run to the Nationals gonna look like for you.
Like I say, we gotta like since they changed it, you just gotta get past that state championship game, and it's like, I mean, I ain't biased or nothing. I know them boys they gonna try to come play football. I ain't
Yeah, I
saying
know
it's
you
like,
don't
oh,
think it's gonna be the same way because it was a dog fight for y'all down in South Carolina in the rain. That was a good game though, but y'all boys pulled it out. That number three of fool we got over there.
yeah, appreciate it, man. And them kids, they live for those type of moments, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the things about, people might laugh and shit, but it's like that's one of the things about getting out of here and trying to play these national teams. So that way, when you in games like that, your kids already got the morale to just make that play and run through that brick wall for themselves and for their team. And it's like, a lot of them boys, they done seen some of the best talent around the world from playing Georgia Eagles, OG Ducks. You get what I'm saying? Some of the best
Yeah,
teams in the nation in the age group. And they also prepare you as a coach because I tell people all the time, like, your favorite play might work around here, but that shit don't work everywhere else. So you get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you're right
Like,
about that.
the things that you can that can pass around here, it don't work. It don't work everywhere else. So it's like, people might laugh at you as a coach, but you can't never fear to fail. You get what I'm saying? If you scared to lose, if you scared to fail, you might as well stay your ass on the porch. Cause it's
Yeah,
all a part of the process, though. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's football. You're gonna lose more than you're gonna win.
Right.
So
And
my next thing to you, Mush, is so 5 years and you've been to Florida 5 years in a row or
nah,
four?
really, last year was our first time making it because we used to have to go through
Go to
regions.
regionals. Okay. So last year I was down there when you played. Was that
Probably
who was that
OG
you
Dub.
played that first game?
OG Dubs was the
OG
first
OG
one.
Ducks.
OG Ducks. Okay. So this year, like after so because my Florida trips, I always try to take something in from it. Like even if I'm not coaching, even like watching a team play, like watching y'all play. I watched you play twice down there. You played OG Ducks and you played
DMVU.
DMVU. Okay, so just watching y'all play, what do you going back this year? What you feel like you got to do different than last year in preparation if you get to that? I know it's one step at a time, but let's just say you make it to Florida again in preparation. What do you feel like now seeing it up close and personal and coaching in nationals, understanding how longer the games are, the depth, having the depth, being able to have the coaches next to you that's going, you know, help you prepare the kids. Like, what do you take in from that? What do you think like differently this year? Like just from a small point, because I don't want you to give all your jewels away. Just from like a small, like, what do you feel like will be different this year?
Really finding ways to use all your players because like when we go into big games like that, as soon as the game start, you're gonna hear all the players, oh, it's going to three, it's going to three, it's going to six.
Right.
So it's like you gotta I've been trying to find ways now in the games we've been playing in now is to build the other players up and make sure that O line is working together because when you playing against teams like that, it be kids goddamn 6'1", 210, 20 pounds going against your guys and you gonna have to pull them chop blocks out. You gonna have to really play the game of football and find a way to get something going without, dragging Sincere and Tank and all them boys through the mud. You get what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
you just gotta find a way to get other guys involved and find that team weakness and watch them play other guys. But really, bruh, we have skilled players, but it just be your teams down there that got them big grown ass trench players, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them teams that got 15 linemen that's, like I said, 5'10", 5'11", at fucking 11 years old just dragging shit. Like, that really be the difference in the game because, like I say, we got skilled players that can go toe-to-toe with a lot of teams in the nation, though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you got to be able to match those guys in the trenches. It
So
ain't even about
that's a difference between the levels, like we was talking about, which they don't like me saying, but that's the difference between the levels of being a D1 and a D2 team, right?
by far. And then you got to think, they doing them 16-man brackets now, so now it ain't just 8 teams that can come. It might be a team that you don't even know about like that that's really out here doing their thing, and it's like you got to worry about, like back in the day, people was just, in my age group, you was worried about Miami Garden Ravens and the OG Ducks. But now you got to worry about, the Black Hawks, and, it was a team out of Texas, West Philly West
South
7 Rams
South
done came on the
Southfield.
scene. Yeah, it's just a lot of teams now, bro, with them doing that 16-man bracket. So you really got to prepare and open up your mind a little bit more to start checking out Beast In. It's like a lot of teams that's going to make it now that really some of these good teams used to get knocked out because of the way the playoff thing was set up, having to go through regionals. But now you get everybody there at one time, and it's really harder like that.
It is. It make
It's
it. I feel
harder.
like they made it where, yeah, you can come to Florida, but when you get down here, you literally might be down here for vacation. Like,
Vacation only. Last year we was down
Early
that
too,
motherfucker on
early.
vacation. That's what it was last year for us. I keep it real. Like,
right.
they went down there, you know what I'm saying? And the way that they do the little thing, like, they don't have it to where they gonna really rank the teams. They gonna do the
Mm-mm.
ball drawing and shit. So it's like it could be a championship game first round, or
Right.
you don't know
That's
who you gonna play against. So with a 16 team bracket, like I say, you just gotta really get on your research shit early, bro, because you got way more teams to do homework on. And just like, I think the reason, like, people used to only pick on D1 and D2 back in the day, because I know, like, with PYFCL, they would take like 1 through 4 or 1 through 3, then they would take 4 through 7 and make it D2. So D2 used to like usually be the losing teams. That's really why everybody laugh at D2,
right.
because around here it was the lower seeds that end up being D2. But it's
Right.
like since they switched everything, a team like any of our teams, TMB could have been like, "Hey, yo, we D2 this year." You get where I'm coming from, and we don't
Yeah.
gotta. They only laugh at that D2 shit because of how it used to be set up. But like nowadays, bro, you laugh at that D2 shit if you want to, man. Somebody will still jump on your motherfucking head, and you still be going down there on a vacation.
It's
First
happening
Facts.
right
game,
now.
like EP Cavalry, everybody know who that team is, bro. That's a D2 team. They just won it last year. They said they going back D2 again,
Secret Society doing the same thing.
bro.
They're a
You go
D2
down there.
team, and they just beat DMVU. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly. You go down there playing if you want to, or thinking shit about to be sweet because you want to, because you hear the word D2. You'll go down there and get your ass whooped the first game.
hey, Mush, that shit happening here. Even in
Yeah,
our state. Some of these D2 teams popping these D1 teams, so-called D1 teams anyway.
right. And it's like, they done made it to where all that shit don't matter, bro. Just go out there and prepare your team and be ready to make the adjustments as a coach and go play football.
So
Now,
so so
I heard D3 was really for like rec organizations. I know I heard y'all talking about that earlier. Like,
Mhm.
that's what I heard. Don't hold me to that. But I'm hearing the D3 is for like a rec team that's not really in the league.
Okay.
That's what
My,
I
hey,
my,
heard.
so
oh,
let me ask you
go
this
ahead, man.
question. Let me ask you this question. And it got something to do with preparing yourself for nationals. So a lot of these teams that don't want to jump in the ring early and play competitive football, whether it's OTB event or just inviting somebody to your park to play. Would
Right.
you please tell these people that playing competitive football prepares you for that gauntlet?
I don't know no other way to explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we done every OTB event I think y'all ever had. Like, you know, saying y'all
Facts.
started OTB back when it was at the
South Carolina.
yeah, the first one y'all ever had. That's the one y'all brought it back to when we was 11U. But like I say, bro, like that's where we come from. Like playing competitive ball. Like I say, playing against Walt them and Mike, even playing against everybody, right? It was way better football than what the league was offering, right? So it's like you got to think we coming to Charlotte every week. Even if the game was 12-6, 12-0, whatever it was, to me, you know, we was getting whooped. But when it was time for us to go to the league in 8U, we had played so much competitive football, bro. We like TMB never lost a game in PYFCL ever since they were 8 years old, and it come from playing against that OTB type football. You get what I'm
Respect.
saying? Like it come from them OTB Sundays. It come from the OTB goddamn tournaments, preseason, postseason. Like it come from summer shine. You just can't be scared to lose, bro. Cause I mean the shit gonna happen. But if you can turn that loss into a lesson, what is there to whine about? Like you'll get over them Facebook posts, cause they gonna get their ass whooped one day too. You get what I'm
I feel
saying?
like
So it's
I,
like,
I feel like I always tell people is I'd rather lose in August to win in
yeah,
December. So
yeah,
for me, I always try to, with the Giants, I always put my teams in adverse situations, and people always ask me the question like, "Yo, why y'all different, or why y'all play like y'all play, or why your teams, low advanced than everybody else?" And the answer really to the question is that we just play football. It don't matter like who having the tournament, who collecting the money at the gate, where is that? Like, we don't care nothing about that. We just care about getting on the field, playing the best football we can play earlier than later.
right.
So if we playing football, I feel like if we playing some good football in August, there's a stronger chance of us making it to Florida when it come time to make it to Florida or play to our league. Like you said, playing the league play because we don't played in whatever. I used to have a saying that can no tournament come to North Carolina without us playing in it. Like, ain't no tournament coming to this state and you ain't got at least one giant team in it. Like, and I felt I'm serious about that because I felt like that's how my kids are get better. And my ultimate goal for the future for my kids is to get on a high school field as a ninth grader and I'd be like, what organization you came from, or even middle school. I came from the Giants, or I came from, and they be like, oh yeah, he ready. He might not be, or might is, but they just know that pedigree of kid gonna be a little bit different than the average kids that didn't play with us. You know what I mean? People think youth football don't matter when it really do. And like your group you got right now, when they play in these middle school teams or they going into high school next year at whatever school they gonna go to, you ain't think them parents, them coaches gonna be like, where you came from? Who? What team? Oh yeah, that's such and such. Or they gonna already know them. So back to what you were saying, Leon, is playing competitive football earlier in the year, that even during, definitely matters. When it comes to us,
Yeah.
I'll just speak for us.
And just to give you your shout out on that, like I see the proof in that with the West Charlotte team. Like you know how many kids that's on that team that played through your organization for your team and for them to all, be together at a high school and win a state championship and still out here playing good football this year. Like it show if you do shit the right way and have a real plan for the kids, like that's the results of a situation like that.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? Like playing competitive football, keeping them boys together, everybody at the same high school together. All that chemistry there through all them years, they done seen the best talent around the world. So it's like, you cut out a bunch of guessing when you do that and you get straight to the point.
yeah. And I got another question before you go, Leon, real quick for Bush. You took a program, because I want to make sure we touch everything that you're doing right now. So you took a program that, hell, it was kind of say it was dying. It just wasn't as popular as the other teams in that area. You went over there, man, and you brought life back to that organization. I feel. Um, how was that process like? What was the decisions on when going back and having to go back in AYF and going to a program like that and bringing the city together over there at the Packers? How I know me and you talk, but I just want to kind of bring it to the light here.
Um, really, that's kind of what I like doing stuff like that. Like, it's easy to go where it's going down at, or where somebody already done, got something going at. And it was like when we had to come back to the league, it was just perfect though, because I know like they had one team last year, but like this year we ended up with 5 tackle teams and over 50 something cheerleaders. But I do want to give a shout out to like my 7U team, coaches and all that, because that was really the first team that stepped on the grass over there this year. Like everybody knew TMB was gonna be there too, but whatever was going on with the 7U, they still, we still stayed together. And we just all came up with a big plan because, like, people don't know the Packers got lights out there, and it's really enough space for like 3 fields out there. So I was just telling them, like, we're gonna have a lot of space and opportunity out there, and let's just go out here and just make it great again, man. Because we didn't want to see it die down because it's really like a historical organization around here. Like it was one of the first organizations back, like when the Indians, we had an organization, the Vikings, the Falcons. All of those is like legendary organizations. So it was like we didn't want to see it go down. And they welcomed us with open arms. So we just took the show over there, and it worked out. It worked
Okay,
out. So we appreciate them too for having us.
no doubt. Leon, you about to say something?
Yeah. Hey, Mush. Let's go back a little bit, man. I remember. I'm gonna use the word humble pride. Used to text me about your game. Hey, man, what you think? I could have did better. And I commend you because a lot of the new coaches out here, their pride won't let them reach out to people, to other coaches, to critique them. You get what I'm saying? A
Mhm.
lot of coaches, a lot of young coaches don't want to be critiqued. But you'll text me and be like, hey man, what you thought about, what I'm saying, how we played, and even down to, when everybody used to say Mush don't throw the ball, you'll be like, man, you know what, I gotta get in 7-on-7 because I need to start passing the ball. I just want to commend you on the fact that you could reach out to people and you weren't scared, you know what I mean? You weren't prideful. And to me, that's just a coach that wanted to get to another level. You know what I'm saying? Wanted to succeed. So I say this to say that, man, like, and I bring it up because I wish a lot of all the young coaches out here kind of take a little page out your book because a lot of them are prideful. They won't call the OGs or someone, just to get some information on schemes or what you did wrong, what you could have done better. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give you your flowers right here, man, because this has been years, man. I mean, like you said, it's going back 3-4 years. You'll still text me like, man, what you think about that game, man? What could I have done better? You know what I'm saying? So I just like to share the light, like, what I'm saying? You don't gotta be prideful out here, man, to reach out to these coaches, man. Learn, because we all still learning.
Right, and I appreciate you for even bringing that up because I think like a lot of times when people see like my confidence or me out there yelling and where your heart at and talking shit, I think a lot of people don't know that part of me. Like I ask more questions and I try to learn more than anything. It's just like I'm a real competitor though, bro. So it's like a lot of people probably think, oh, he think he this, he think he that. It's like, nah, bro. When it's time to step in the ring, I'm gonna be confident. You get what I'm saying? But I do ask a lot of questions, and I have even Day Day. Like I remember when Day Day had goddamn SRT. I run one of Day Day formations still to this day. I don't even know if he fucking be noticing that shit. And it's like he was a giant, bro, but he know we was playing against each other and all that. But I could call you, I could call Day Day and be like, hey, bro, what the hell? Like, give me a rundown on this, like. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, shout out to people like y'all that'll answer the questions and be truthful. Sometimes I used to be in my little feelings with that shit because, you want to win and be a guy so bad. But, I do appreciate you for acknowledging shit like that because a lot of people get my confidence mixed up and they think, oh, much think he nah, bro, it ain't even nothing like that. Like, when you step in the ring, bro, you supposed to be confident. You get where I'm coming from? You step in the jungle, bro. You supposed to feel like you him. You supposed to pass that energy off to your kids. So it's like a lot of people get it misconstrued, basically. I don't know no other way to put it. So I appreciate you for even bringing that up. Cause a lot of people don't think that Leon and Day Day, you know what I'm saying? They don't know that Mush really will call a coach and ask questions and really try to learn so I figure that shit out.
Right.
So I appreciate that.
So you going back down to 7U. Like for me, I like so SRT aged out and I went back down and last year had to coach 7U. Man, we didn't have great times all the time, man. Like I said, we took a lot of losses in the spring. In the fall we had we had a decent season. We lost in the playoffs. This year, I stayed down. I ain't quit on my boys. I took a liking to them. I couldn't leave them after. It's like I got that second wind again. And at first, I was like, oh, I don't know. Then I got with them, and I got the second wind. And we didn't always win. And a lot of people don't know. Even with before SRT, it was Delta. And when I first started with them boys at 6U, 7U, we wasn't winning. Like when I first started, I was in. I think it was in UI and Fair or something, but my boys was young. We didn't win right away. And a lot of people don't understand the process of building a team. You don't always win right away because people only see. A lot of times they always see the after work you put in. Like they never see like the beginning stages of it where you had to like I lost players, had to gain players, lost coaches, had to bring in coaches. Like, I think now we turned the corner of being great, and I think that people gonna start to see it maybe the end of this year and going into the next year. They got us because sometimes people don't give coaches their flowers a lot because they look at like the players you have or like because the players get all the wins and the coaches get all the losses. So it's like they only talk about the losses more or less than the wins. So it's like, and I'm only speaking for me, because it's my experience, but with going back down to 7U and starting all over again, I think people forget how good of a coach I was. Um, until they have to line up across the field from me. And then they started to be like, damn, like it ain't as easy as I thought it was. You know what I mean? So for me, so my question to you is how has that transition been? You having TMB, which reigning best team in that age group for the last couple of years, going down to 7U, and it ain't been easy. You've been taking some hits, some losses. I don't think you've been on the field, frustrated. You know what I mean? But not giving up on them, but just knowing that it's gonna be a process and not giving up on them and sticking through it from last year 6U now to 7U. Like, how has that process been?
It really make you stick to what you be preaching because, like you say, like my 7U being outside, and we lost a lot of impact players, and we built the team to be a certain way, but we end up losing way more than half of the team. But we end up getting new players coming in, but it's like I said, make you practice what you preach, because I always been yelling out the mud and all that, and it's just like sometimes you pass that shit down to the next group, and it would be nice to jump out here, win and beating everybody, but you respect it more when you go through something and you see who really still by your side. You get what I'm saying? Like all your parents gonna be happy, all your coaches gonna be happy when you win. But when you out here losing games and everybody still showing up to practice on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, everybody still willing to travel and appreciate everything that you got going on. And it's like at first you don't be wanting to compare the two and you try to like make this team different from TMB, but it's like you know, that's what I know. Like I used to like be at the point to where it's like, damn, I want to run new formations with the 7U. Then you know my assistant coach Trey, like, nah, bro, like you can pass the same shit down to them. Now we just got more coaching IQ to help them learn the game even faster. So it's like that's one thing that I like about the 7U because it's like ever since I really locked in with them, like I really got locked in with them for like probably about 7 weeks straight, like since the beginning of the regular season started. And it's like, you know, like we been working together with them boys, and you can see a big change. And what was touching to me, a lot of the kids, they sit back and they be watching TMB videos, right? So they already know you a little bit before you even realize it. Like these kids done sat back and watch them videos. I got one player I call Black Knight. He play on our team number 2. He a dog, right? His dad is a coach, and he always tell me like, bro, he watch, like that's all he do. Soon as he come home, his dad always tell me that. But one night, me and his dad on the phone, and all you can hear is them goddamn horns. And he was like, nigga, I told you. He ran in the room and put the phone on the TV. Bro, the kids in there locked on the goddamn video like this. And it was like real touching that, you know, like it's little kids out here that already believe in something that they done seen you do already. It's parents that, you know, I might not do them because I'm like, you know, I'm in a zone, but it's like people that know you for doing something, and you know they just so intrigued and so happy with it, and it's like, you know, you just out here doing it for the right reason. But you know, it's real touching to see some of these little kids already know all the football players on TMB. To tell me, oh, I watched the video when y'all played this game, and to let you know what happened, and you be like, damn, they really looking up to the situation. So that make it kind of cool though. That's
No doubt.
that's one of the coolest things about it though. And then you know we kind of practice next to each other, and the kids that's really locked in on 7U and TMB about to play, oh, they got to go over there and stretch with TMB. They
Right.
want to be water boys for TMB, and it's just like, you know, it's a great thing to see.
No doubt. Man, so Mush, man, before you get off, man, we wanna here at OTB, we wanna just give you your flowers, man. We wanna just let you know we appreciate you for being one of our day one OTB supporters, man. You never flaked on us, never turned your back. Anytime we ever called and needed a game or needed you to pull up last minute, whatever it was, you was there for us. So on behalf of OTB, man, we want to give you your flowers, man, and tell you thank you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep bringing positivity. Keep changing your community, and giving back to these kids, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. And like I say, you know, thanks for even coming up with the OTB and the tournaments because I definitely, and TMB definitely became who we are because of what y'all do.
No
You get
doubt.
what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all definitely help build, shape, and mold a lot of players and a lot of coaches, bro. So, you know, we appreciate that for real.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Thank you, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Mush. Man, that the good Leon with your boy Mush, man. Mush McKinney, man. We appreciate that, man. Good feedback, brother. Leon, you got your phone on mute again. Camera, whatever it is.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. So we getting a little late, so let's just you want to jump right into the rankings?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let
Let's
everybody
jump
know
in.
what's going.
Yes, sir. Let's jump in the flag. Fish, pull up the flag for us. Flag. We got the Wrecking Crew number 1. You got G Top number 2. You got the Aggies number 3. You got CLT Broncos number 4. You got the Primetime Titans at 5. NC Giants, Baby G's at 6. EK Bucks at 7. QC Chargers. Winston-Salem Indians, Burgundy. Winston-Salem Tar Heels. So I guess the big jump this week was G-Top knocked off the Aggies. The Aggies had beat the Broncos, and Baby G's, I believe, lost to the Aggies. So that kind of how we shaped up. But this week, this Sunday, we got a couple matchups. You got G-Top playing against the Giants. That's a 1 versus 2, and you have the Sharks playing against the Bucks, 8 versus 7. What you think, Leon?
Oh, I ain't even watching too much flag. I can't even tell you, man. I'll be honest with you. I ain't watched the baby too much this year.
You got? I know Cliff got a little flag team. He played this weekend. What you got, Cliff? Your phone muted, Cliff. Cliff, your phone muted. Your phone muted, Cliff.
And you might have to go on to the next one.
Okay. I'm not sure what's Cliff having some technical difficulties. We'll go on to the next. We'll go on to 6U. Fish, could you bring up 6U? All right. 6U, you got Primetime Elite. Number 2, you got Winston Indians. 3, you got the Giants. 4, you got the Tar Heels. 5, you got Mac Dolphins. 6, you got PMT. 7, you got CVE. 8, you got South Fork Panthers. 9, you got Alpha Dogs. 10, you got Fayetteville Guard. It looked pretty similar to last week. I don't think it was no big time 6U games last weekend. So it looked kind of similar. I think Fayetteville Guard jumped on there in that 10th spot. But for the most part, 6U stayed the same. And before we go any further, I want to put this proclaimer out there. We make mistakes. We're not perfect. We have sometimes made a mistake. Last week, we made a mistake in 11U, and we corrected it this week. So if you feel like we made a mistake, don't make a post. Just inbox us, let us know, or reach out to myself, Leon, or Cliff. And if it's right, we'll fix it and apologize. It's just that simple. We gonna make mistakes. Ain't nobody perfect with this thing. So we gonna put what we think. And if we miss something, let us know.
Yeah, don't get on there with the long post, man. That's a good way of getting removed.
Right. On 7U. 7U, you got the NC Giants Elite. Aston Martin, you got 2, you got Primetime Elite. 3, you got the Bucks. 4, you got the Indians. 5, you got Team Gen Next, which we'll try to get that changed up for y'all. PMT at 6, Tar Heels at 7, Mac Dolphins at 8, Storm Elite at 9, Dark Horses at 10. I think this last week went by. I think Gen Next and Mac Dolphins played.
Yeah.
I think they won in a 6-0 overtime. I think the Giants played and won. Can't believe who they played. Primetime still number 2. Bucks 3. I know the Bucks try to get some work this Sunday. Unfortunately, I think the spot's pretty much locked up right now. If something changed, we're gonna let them guys know.
Yeah, there's no big changes. I'm going to 8U.
All right, jump into 8U. All right, go ahead, Leon.
8U is still. We only got no big changes in 8U. Got Bulldogs at number 1, Giants at number 2, Primetime Elite 3, Oak Grove 4, Indians 5. Indians dropped 1 slot. They took a slug to the Bulldogs this weekend. And you got GMAC at 6, Dark Horses at 7, Primetime Titans at 8, Railhawks at 9, Team Next at 10.
I think this week you got a couple matchups in there, Leon. You got, I believe, GMAC and the Titans 6 and 8, and the Primetime Titans is playing.
Do we got Oak Grove? That's That's 9, right?
That's 9U. Outside of that, I think you got Red Hawks and GMAC as well Saturday. But other than that, I think that's the only matchups we got in this age bracket.
Yeah, it ain't a whole lot of noise being made in 8U.
The 8U right now, everybody playing chess right now.
Yeah,
Everybody kind of at a standstill, waiting for somebody to make a move.
I understand that in AYF. I just don't understand the other leagues. You would think that these other guys want to get some work going into their postseason, you know.
Yeah. All right, jumping into 9U. 9U, you got the Giants, Scat Pack at 1, Storm Elite, Triad Storm at 2, the Warriors at 3, EK Bucks at 4, Primetime Elite at 5, Southport Panthers at 6, Nightmare Boys at 7, Carolina Bulldogs Elite at 8, Oak Grove Pirates at 9, Mac Dolphins at 10. This upcoming Sunday, we got Triad Storm is playing Carolina Bulldogs Elite. Well, I would love to see that game. Unfortunately, it ain't gonna be during OTB. I think it's gonna be up somewhere in Winston, or
That's
maybe
Saturday.
Greensboro somewhere. That's Saturday or Sunday. That's Sunday. That's Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Right. And then you got Nightmare Boys, the number 7 playing against the Warriors at OTB. That's gonna be one of the games I really, really want to see. I haven't seen the Warriors up close yet, nor have I seen the Nightmare Boys. Respecting my guy Kelly for taking that game. He didn't have to. And then you got Oak Grove. Oh, they playing Columbia Knights. So shout out to Columbia Knights. They're a South Carolina organization, but they bring their whole org to OTB Sunday. And they pretty much like the top teams in they state down there. So they bringing a 6 through 10, I believe. So and then you got the Giants and Masterminds who was on here playing against each other as well. Anything else in this age group, Leon? Cliff?
I don't think nobody really made no moves this weekend.
Okay. To get into OTB, all you gotta do is inbox the ETB page and let us know you want to lock in. And if you know a team that you specifically want to play, let us know. We'll reach out to that team. If not, we'll try to find you a game. Sometimes we do. Sometimes, unfortunately, we don't. But our goal is to try to get you a matchup. The next one we have is the 19th. So just let us know. We'll try to get you on there. And then we have an end of the season event. We call it the wrap up. It's the day after Thanksgiving. So it's the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday after Thanksgiving. We usually get a lot of teams that just want to get last minute bump before going to Florida. And then you have some teams want to get some last minute bump before putting their pads up. Somebody said 9 and 5 play this week. Oak Grove Pirates play primetime. Oh, that's a good game. That's a Saturday game.
That's a good one.
Well, that's a good one. Somebody let us know after the game who won that game. If you can go live and post it or tag us, we'd love to see it. But somebody let us know how that game play out. I'd love to see that. That's a good matchup. But again, we got the wrap up is the day after Thanksgiving. So that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday after Thanksgiving. We try to do 8 teams in every bracket. So we always do that at the end of the year. Some teams do it to do a farewell for their season. Some teams do it to go to Florida. To that last minute bump before going to Florida. It don't hurt you. If you're going to Florida, whether you win or lose, you're still going. Let's go jump to 10U. 10U, you got Pressure Boys, NC Giants, Pressure Boys at 1, Primetime Titans at 2, which is basically most hated. You got a Dark Horse Elite, Dark Side at 3, You got 919 Elite at 4. You got Mac Dolphins at 5. Harrisburg Cowboys, which is a Pop Warner team, at 6. Oak Grove Pirates at 7. You got the Packers at 8. Odell Eagles at 9. Winston Indians at 10. We got a 1 versus a 7. You got Oak Grove versus the Pressure Boys Sunday. That's gonna be a good game. Very, very good game. And you got at least Most Hated giving a lower team opportunity, which is that's good because most teams 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 they don't be wanting to play. So for Most Hated to be willing to take a game during OTB is dope too for me. You know, they can sit back on number 2 and just chill. He ain't doing that.
Well, they also playing the Indians too Saturday.
Oh, they playing the Indians Saturday too? Oh, that's
Yeah, I think they play the Indians Saturday.
so prime time. So Most Hated got 2 good games this week. Who else? I
think Oak Grove is. I think Oak Grove is playing the Dark Horses or Primetime Elite 1, right?
No, I know Oak Grove playing the Giants on Sunday at OTB.
I'm talking about Saturday.
Oh, I'm not sure. Somebody chime in and let us know if that game going down. I would love to see Mac Dolphins jump out there and play a little bit more football. Like I said, next week we might have to drop them down a little bit, unfortunately, because they just not even trying to get no work outside of their schedule. They got a pretty good team. I'm pretty sure they could get to work, but let's jump into 11U. Go ahead, Leon or Cliff.
Mac Dolphins at 1, G Top at 2, Ducks at 3, Spartanburg Gators at 4, Titans at 5, King City Chargers at 6, PMT at 7, NC Giants at 8, Primetime Savages at 9, and I-85 Rebels at 10.
I want to elaborate a little bit on this one.
Yeah.
So last week we were under the assumption that a game or two played that didn't play. So as you can see, we corrected that. But it didn't really matter because you still got G Top is playing, the 2 is playing the 6 Sunday, and 4 was gonna play 9, but I think that game is not happening now. But so it all play itself out pretty much. But let's talk about the Ducks, man. The Ducks went from not being on the list at all to climbing the charts to number 3. How did that process happen, Leon?
They just knocked off a couple of teams they knocked off what? Primetime Elite. They knocked off PMT. They knocked off somebody else. I forgot who it was.
So they undefeated?
They undefeated. And they're undefeated, and they knocked off 2 teams that were in the top 5 at one point.
Okay.
They're on a good run, man. You know, hey man, Denzel, man, shout out to you, man. You always put a good product. You know, you don't step out that often, but you know, when it comes to the big games, man, you usually pull it off, man. You're on a nice little run right now, man.
I want to tell you something about them Giants, man. Listen, Leon, Cliff, for everybody, the Giants ate you. I mean, that number 8 spot is lower than what they really is, and everybody gonna see soon. Trust me.
Well, they gotta show it though. They gotta show it.
Trust what I'm telling y'all.
I understand that, but they gotta show it right now.
The boys sitting at 8, but once the opportunity presents itself, the boys would be a lot higher than that. The boys right, man.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you this. The way this D2 situation stacked there right now, man, with G Top, Ducks. I mean, D2 11U tough, man. That
Facts.
D2, yeah. That D, hey man, listen. After the Ducks making this run, they showing to be a real a very very good team, man. I'm not sure. I still like G Top because G Top pretty much knocked off damn near everybody on his list, except for the Dolphins within a league of their own, to be honest. But man, I don't know, man. It's D2, man. It's up in the air again now, man. It's starting to make me rethink something.
Dang.
I'm telling you, man. You know,
So look, so it just right here in front of us in D2, I'm saying if you still got time to change, but if we was going in today and we was going D2, you have G Top in D2, and it's all off what we think. We don't know for a fact. Nobody is nothing. We just going off what we think. G Top in D2, Triad Ducks in D2, 5.0 in D2, PMT in D2, Giants in D2, and Primetime Savages in D2, and I-85 in D2. So that's 8 out of the
10.
or seven out of the 10 because the Chargers, Mac Dolphins, and Spartanburg Gators is all UIFL. So seven out of this 10 is all D2, right? Supposedly.
Yeah.
But Triad Ducks, PMT, and 5.0 all is in the same league, right?
Yeah, somebody ain't coming up out of there.
So only one of them can come out. And then you got G Top and the Giants in the same league. Only one of them can come out, right?
Yeah.
And then you got Primetime Savages and I-85 is all in the same league, right?
Right.
That's a gauntlet, bro. And
Yeah.
but is the Big Cats D1 or D2?
I don't know. Well, at this point right now, they still took a L to a D2 team. To be honest, they might want to reassess their path.
I don't know though, man. I like the Big Cats a lot though, man. I think that sometimes you might take a hit early and learn from it though. I think the Big Cats are gonna come back stronger based off that. I seen that team. I like that team a lot. I like 5.0 a lot too though.
But then but the Big Cats lost to the Ducks and the Titans. Am I correct already?
Yeah, but the Titans game was decided by like a point or something like that. It was like or one touchdown. It was a tight game. But again, Leon, you gotta look at the league they in. Week to week, you getting good games, you know.
Yeah.
So
That's what I said. Up there is by far the toughest, man.
let's go on to 12U. 12, you got my guy Mush, our special guest of the night. TNB Packers at 1, 300 at 2, Giants 24K at 3, Raiders Elite at 4, PMT at 5, FC Broncos at 6, with some Indians at 7, Cross State United at 8, Charlotte Broncos at 9, Carolina Bulldogs at 12. I think it may be on that bottom part of it might be a little bit different. If we made a mistake in there, let us know, because we couldn't figure that part out. And Cross State United is a Charlotte team that's up under the mastermind. So anybody looking for them, that's who that is. But you got this week you got who playing in 12U?
You got 3-1 playing OTB.
No, you
Are
don't.
they? No, they're not playing.
They're not playing. They're not
playing
playing.
no more.
You got three and okay, you got 1 and 5 playing Saturday. Then you got 3 and 5 playing Sunday. So
Okay.
PMT jumping out there. PMT playing 2 teams above them in 2 days.
Mm.
And then you got 1 and 5. Yeah, we just said that. 1 and 5, yep. And then FC Broncos want some work, but we just don't have a spot on the schedule for them. So the FC Broncos want work, and then the Charles Johnson and the Broncos from Charlotte want some work. We'd love to put that together, but we just don't got no spot on the schedule for it. That'd have been a great game. The Broncos versus Broncos.
Yeah,
that'd have been dope, but
we ain't got enough field.
ain't no field space, man. But if something drop off, we definitely be in contact. Let's go on to 13U. PMT still at 1. This didn't change up, I don't think, too much.
Nah, it
PMT
ain't.
1, Nightmare Boys 2, Mac Dolphins 3, CAA at 4, Dark Horse 5, Ravens, Ducks, Greyhounds with some Tar Heels, Alpha Dogs. I think the 300 Boys and Mac play, not 300 Boys, excuse me, Nightmare Boys and Mac play. So 2 or 3 play Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 play Sunday, and I believe 2 and 4 play Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So Nightmare Boys getting that work. I had some people saying 13 wasn't moving around, but shit.
They moving around now.
Right. Mac playing as many games as they could. Like I said, Nightmare Boys playing 2 top 5 games in 2 days. I think PMT got a big out of state game this weekend coming up. So guys are playing some football. This week, we rate the girls. It's trial and error. I don't want nobody jumping on us, cursing us out. No, nothing. If we got something wrong, you feel like you better than the person, next OTV showcase, we're gonna have girls. So Fish, bring it, and then 10U we only did the top 5 teams. So you got a 10U team and you're not on here, you feel like you better than these teams out here, let us know. So you got the Giants at 1, you got Lady Legacy at 2, Indians at 3, NC Aggies at 4, NC Saints at 5. And if you got a 10U team and they're not on here, you feel like you deserve to be on here, let us know. We can get you a lineup. We get you a matchup on the 19th. That's the next OTB is the 19th, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get you a matchup on the 19th. 14U. 14U. You got the Indians at 1, CYFL Tigers at 2, NC Giants at 3, Triple E She Unit at 4, Carolina Elite Bulldogs at 5, QC Elite at 6, QC Diamonds at 7, Lady Legacy at 8, NC Aggies at 9, Lady Hornets at 10. So that'll wrap up the girls. Like I said, the girls, man, just let us know if you want to get on the docket for the 19th. We'll get you locked in with that. This week it wasn't no reason to do no big matchups because we got OTB Sunday, man. All of our games is bangers. All of our games is top games. So Leon, if you could pull up your phone and pull up what we got on field 1 and just go down the matchups and then go down to field 2 and go down the matchups.
I got it. When we pull it up, when we put it on stage.
Yeah, pull it up for me. Pull it up for me, Fish. Okay. All right, there you go. Could you blow it up just a little bit?
Nah, I can't make it any bigger. I'm sorry.
Okay. I can read it from there. Okay. So you got the Bucks flag versus the Sharks on field 1. It's the first game of the day. On the opposite side, it's not there. T-Top 1 is gonna play Giants Wrecking Crew on the opposite side of the field. She's too small. You got the Giants. Okay, let's start.
I got it.
So look, Leon, you got 7U Giants versus Columbia Knights. Who you like?
I haven't seen a nice play, man. I'm gonna have to stick with who's been running the yard lately, man. 7U Giants been running the yard, so at this point, I gotta stay with them.
Cliff, who you like?
Oh man, I'm gonna stick with Bug. Bug run that dive. He old school. I'm gonna take with Bug on the Columbia game. I'll take the Giants.
Okay, cool. 9U Masterminds versus Giants. Who you like, Cliff?
Let's go to the
Ain't
next.
gonna beat them boys to death, man.
Man, let's go to the next one, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
ain't gonna beat them boys.
Next one, you got 6U PTE versus Columbia Knights. You got the best team in North Carolina versus the best team in South Carolina at 6U.
Now that's gonna be the game right there.
That's
Man,
the
listen,
game. That's the game of the week.
man, goddamn PT by 2 touchdowns.
Damn.
That team is
Drop a bomb for me, Fish.
that team is man, that 6U team, hey man. Now, hey, Columbia Knight might come to play, but I still at the end, man. PT gonna wear their ass down. They about 2 touchdowns.
Who you like, Cliff?
Yeah, I like PMT too.
Okay. Next game we got Oak Grove Pirates 9U versus Columbia Knights 9U. Columbia Knights 9U pretty straight. They legit. They got a tough running back, tough coaching staff. They've been around for a minute. Who you like? I ain't trying to sell you on them, Leon, but who you like?
I like Columbia Knights because they got that quarterback.
Okay. You take
They got
Columbia Knights.
I saw Oak Grove, man. Oak Grove tough, man. I seen them at OTB. They tough.
Who you like, Cliff?
I'm gonna take Oak Grove.
You gonna take Oak
Oak
Grove?
Grove
Okay.
always has something.
I'm gonna take Oak Grove in that one. Just because I think they gritty, they tough. The play calling pretty straight. They got a mix between pass and run. Man, don't let me down, T Suggs. 10U Oak Grove versus Giants Pressure Boys. Who you like, Leon?
I'm gonna go with the Pressure Boys, even though this gonna be. I feel like this gonna be a good game.
Oh yeah. Who you like, Cliff?
I'm gonna go with Pressure Boys. I just think they at another level right now. I think they're gonna be too much for any 10U around in the state.
Okay.
I
9U
mean,
Warriors. Go ahead, Leon.
well, I'm gonna go ahead.
9U Warriors versus Nightmare Boys.
I don't know. I don't even know what's. Haven't seen the Nightmare Boys the first time watching them. I just can't wait to see this game. Period. I haven't seen either one of these teams play. To be honest.
What about you, Cliff?
I ain't seen none of them, but I'll take the Warriors in that game right there. I think the Warriors got a good little chemistry going on with that 9U team. The boys gonna be tough. So I'm gonna go with the Warriors in that on that 9U game.
I'll take the Warriors too, and the only reason I'm saying it because I haven't seen the Nightmare Boys yet. I heard they got some good pieces over there, but I'm gonna roll with Kelly on that. Just the fact that he in a tougher conference, so he playing more tougher competition week in week out.
HB talking about he'll take the Nightmare Boys.
Okay,
HB, you know something we don't know?
I know Potts over there, and then the Rosario, the quarterback, is over there, so they got some good pieces. So I know it could come down to coaching. I don't know. 13U Mac versus Nightmare Boys. Cliff, you gotta go with your boys, so I ain't even asking you.
Man, and you know I'm still saying I'm gonna roll with LB now. I'll roll with him all the way to the PMT game. That's what I'm waiting on.
Okay. Who you like, Leon?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? I don't know, man, because Nightmare Boys 12U was pretty straight, man. They got the same team. I don't know, man. I got that's another game, man. I haven't seen that team, so until then, if they got the same team they had last year, they're gonna be very competitive. I'm gonna go with Mac though.
Hey, but let me tell you this right here though, Day and Leon, and y'all know this. For the last since what I say 9U, Jenkins have been that piece that's been missing with a lot of chemistry with a lot of these kids coming through with the receivers and all that. We were putting these teams together. They've been missing that piece at the quarterback spot. That's what's gonna get them boys that edge. They got a good QB. The receiver core, they nasty. It's gonna be hard to beat Mac, man.
But check this out, Cliff. The Nightmare Boys, they got one of the reigning OTB quarterbacks of the year too. Man, that kid is like that. You know what I'm saying? They had the receivers too. That's why I said if they got the whole core that they had last time, that shit gonna be tough.
Well, it's gonna be a ball game then because you're gonna have two quarterbacks and two receiver cores going at it. So that's gonna be a good ball game then.
I'm gonna go with Jenkins and Junior on the same field, bro. On offense.
And that's what I'm
Yeah,
telling you, man.
that's like a dynamic duo, man. It's gonna be. I would love to have seen Didi on that team too, man. I wish it was a way they could have got Didi to play with them boys on that team, and that would have been like match made in heaven, bro. But I'm gonna go with Mac on that one. I think it's gonna be a good game though. I don't want to count Nightmare Boys out. I know him and the Dark Horse and Nightmare split up. I don't know what part of the team Nightmare Boys got, and I don't know what some of the kids that stayed with the Dark Horses. So I'm gonna go with Mac just because I seen them play the Dark Horses and they was able to win. 8U, I ain't gotta answer. I ain't gotta say now what I take him. But 8U Giants versus Columbia Knights. Columbia Knights probably got the biggest running back in the age group. That's a nightcap. Who you like, Cliff?
I'm gonna take y'all. I just think with y'all boys, with Sincere and all them boys on that defense, man, I don't running 100 bands and all them boys running game, man. I don't care how big the back is, them boys gonna be hitting. And one thing about it, they throwing to the ball, so it's never hits on the ball with them boys. So it's gonna be a good game though. But I'm gonna go with the Giants and beat.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the Colombian Knights, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with y'all.
Okay. So field two we got the Tar Heels. What's some Tar Heels versus Team Next? Me, I'm gonna take the Tar Heels only because I've seen them play, and they got one of the biggest 6Us in the state. And I like the old school coaching. I like Coach Los. I like his coaching style. I like the way he been around a while, so he know how to put his team in a winning circle. Team Next still fresh on the block. They still building. I think that they're gonna give the Tar Heels all the. They got one of the biggest, most physical is D linemen though. So if the Tar Heels ain't got nobody to block, they in trouble. I will say that. But I'll take the Tar Heels for the win. What do you like, Leon?
I like Team Next.
Whoa! Let me
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something.
let me get a ball drop for that fish.
Hey, listen, I watched that Team Next team, right? When they played the Giants, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got 2 corners. Man, they ballers, man.
Yeah,
That team is a lot of people think that team is just a straight up scrub team. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I guess this they time, man. They've been playing a lot of these teams tough, man. I think they're gonna get over the hump, man.
Okay. Who you like, Cliff?
Man, I would say I'm gonna take the Tar Heels, and the only reason why I'm gonna take the Tar Heels is because of one reason. The last time that team was in OTB down there, the coach cussed them boys out so bad. I doubt if they come into the OTB and lose the way the coach cussed them boys out. He put his foot in them boys' ass, man. They 6 years old. He cussed them out like a dog, man. Ain't no way they gonna come and lose no game. The way he cussed them boys out down in South Carolina. I'm gonna take the Tar Heels because I know them boys ain't gonna allow the coach to cuss them out like that. They gonna play hard for them. So I'm gonna go with the Tar Heels on this.
Okay, you got Team Next 8U versus. So TGE stand for Team Gridiron Elite. So that's Coach Pravis, and TCE is TGE. So Team Next versus TGE. I gotta go. Man.
Hey man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Could a game end in the tie?
I don't know how I'm supposed to say this. I'm probably motherfuckers gonna probably be mad at
Don't
me.
say it then.
Hey man, nah man. This is our show, man. We gotta be honest, man.
Go ahead.
Hey man, this is just a classic bum fight, man.
Man, stop, man. I feel like. See, I'm in the age group, so I look at it different than Leon. So y'all gonna crucify Leon.
Yeah, man.
But look, this is
I'll
where I
take
look
it.
at it. I'm in the age group, so I look at it a little different. I played Team Next, and I went out and watched Team Gridiron Elite play Sunday. Team Next, I think they got some good pieces. They physical. They don't mind tackling. The offense not really fluent like that, but I feel like they have some good tacklers. See, Team Gridiron Elite, Leon, what you don't understand is they got some good pieces, man. I think Magic, one of the better players in the age group, just playing on that team. a lot of people already know about him like that. Some people do, some people don't. But he one of the better kids in the age group. If he come to play football, this can be a long game for Team Next. So, like I said, and this I'm staying neutral on this one. I don't even know who to pick. Who you like, Cliff?
I'm gonna go with Pavis.
You gonna
I'm
go
gonna take
TG
Pavis and
Team
see.
Gritter?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Okay.
Pavis. He been coaching them boys for a minute and see what he done put together over there. So I'm gonna go with Pavis. Your boy
You know
say
what?
Team Next gonna beat him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go team
He gonna
next, man. I'm
boss
gonna go
him.
team next.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
take
go team
Pavis.
next, man.
Tweet said Team Next gonna beat them boys for real, for real.
Yeah, that's what he
I can
said.
hear Tweet saying that shit to himself right now too. All right, we got 11U Giants versus Team Gridiron Elite. You ain't gotta even ask me. So Leon, who you like?
Man, Giants,
uh,
man.
okay. Who you like, Cliff?
You know I'm gonna roll my boy Fuzzy.
Okay. You got Sand Hill Patriots who say they got a really, really good team. They in AAU, so a lot of times this get tricky because you don't see the AAU teams like that. So you really don't know what they got. Versus Most Hated, who on our rankings is the new number 2 team in the 10U bracket. I'm taking Most Hated. Like I just feel like Most Hated more physical, more dominant, one of the best quarterbacks at the age group. I'll take Most Hated. I just think that them coming from AAU is going to be a shocker playing against a team with that's physical and as big as a Most Hated.
Yeah, most hated battle tested. So man, can't go against that.
Them boys are saying here they'll be mad as shit. Most Hated gonna get on their ass out there. I'm gonna take Most Hated. Most Hated gonna beat the shit out of them boys. The way they throwing that ball around, they ain't gonna be able to guard that shit. They ain't playing like that. AU Most Hated got a good passing game. Like I said, they got a good quarterback. Saying here, the boys ain't you can't coach that shit in a week just because you know you playing them and you know when to watch a little bit of film. That them boys ain't gonna be able to keep up with them boys. I take
All
Most
right,
Hated.
we got PMT versus the Giants, 24K. PMT got 2 big games. They got TMB Saturday and they got the Giants Sunday. Man, you can't say that. I don't give a hell how they come out this weekend. I respect them for taking both of them games in one weekend.
Yeah,
Um,
that's tough.
who you like, Leon?
I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Okay. Your reason?
I mean, I saw PMT play, man. PMT big as fuck, but they just not. They not as fast. This is not a fast team, man. Giants a whole lot faster than them.
Okay. Who you like, Cliff?
I'm gonna take the Giants, and I'm gonna take them only because I think TMP big, but Giants got a big team too. But the thing about with them two teams right there, PMT, they haven't played no games yet really this season, number league game. Giants,
Right.
them boys been playing all season. Spring, they gonna be ready. I think they'll beat them boys.
Okay. Levin U Syrup versus Titans 5.0. I'm gonna go with Titans 5.0. I like that team a lot. I like the quarterback. I like the coaching. I know they lost a game or two lately, but I still like that team a lot coming out of that area. Um, Syrup, I haven't seen them yet. In 11U. Um, so I'm gonna go with the Titans based off just what.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Titans
I
because
guess everybody gonna take the Titans.
yeah, Titans. Man, Titans been playing. They played a lot of tough teams already, man. So they battle test. I haven't seen the Serb team, so I'm not even sure what they even look like. So I mean, it might be a good matchup. I'm not uh I'm not all the way sure about that one.
One thing
Then we
about
have
Syrup though, they keep something in the cut though. They keep on running back in the receiver down there. So, but like I said, I haven't seen them neither. Titans do be playing some good ball. They've been playing good ball since the spring. So I think that we'll take Titans on there. I'm gonna take Titans too on that.
what's that last game, that 10U game?
That's the Columbia Knights, and 2 EZ Boys.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
2
Who they
EZ Boys.
Yeah, my bad, man. Somebody called me and knocked me all out of it.
who is the 2 EZ Boys?
That's so that 10U game, and I'll elaborate a little bit on that. That's Greenview Eagles versus
Okay.
so they both two Columbia teams that they don't allow them to play in Columbia. So they've been wanting to play each other. So we was able to put that on for them guys here in a neutral spot. So I'm interested to see what's all the hype about between the two. You know what I mean? So we get to see what they both look like. Two South Carolina teams playing against each other. Actually, two Columbia South Carolina teams playing against each other. Then
So, is they in the same league?
no,
They're in different league too. Okay.
yeah, I think one is in AYF Columbia Knights, and I think the other team is in UYFL.
I wonder why they won't let them play each other.
I think it's just that something with you know how it goes. It's just like you got some
Organizations.
yeah, you got two teams, like you got some teams here in Charlotte that just don't play each other for whatever reason. You know how it go.
Yeah.
And there's a game below that is the 6U Giants playing against 6U Oak Grove at 5:15 on field 2. Like I said, you know I'm taking my boys. It don't matter. So we ain't seen Oak Grove play yet. Who you like, Cliff?
I ain't seen Oak Grove play. That's Tweety right there. Now I'm gonna take the Giants on that.
Yeah, I ain't seen Oak Grove, so I'm gonna rock with them too.
Okay. That'll wrap up our OCB Sunday showcase, man. Like before we get off, let's just elaborate on this showcase. This is big, man. We got a lot of big games, a lot of big time players. And real quick, I just want to break down what OTB showcases are about because a lot of people get a misconception of it. OTB Sunday showcases is the build up for our award show. Our award show usually be in February or March. So what we do, we get a chance to lay eyes on the kids and see the kids up front in front of us. So when it come down to making our decisions on who was the running back or the quarterback or the lineman or this or that, we able to say, yeah, that's the kid from the Warriors that played in 9U at OTB such and such. Or we get a chance to get pictures of them, we get a chance to get interviews with them, we get a chance to get, film on them, so on and so forth. So OTB Sunday Showcases is the build up for the award show that we have in March. And also gives our teams opportunity to get more work than they regular league work because in league play, some leagues you playing just bad games all year, and then come time to go to Florida, you end up getting knocked off or not playing good down there because you didn't play enough competitive games. So that's why we created OTB Sunday Showcases to give teams the opportunity to play more better competition and for us to lay eyes on some of these top players across the state. You can elaborate a little bit more if you want, Leon.
Yeah, basically, man, just creating competitive football because we all know most of the leagues, man, it's watered down, man. You might get a couple games, here or there that might be competitive, but it's pretty much just creating a competitive atmosphere, man. That's what OTB is about, man. So if you sit in a league and you know you're a good team, but you keep beating people by 40, you might want to jump off the porch, man, and try to get tested before you go to your nationals.
Yes, that's basically what why we created the OTB Sunday Showcase. Let's protect our field. So head coaches, presidents, when you out there, man, I expect y'all to help us out, man. Help us keep the sidelines clear. Like parents, you got to be in the stands. Like no parent should be on the sideline being a cameraman for the team or a water boy or whatever. We could take 3 for the chains, but other than that, we got to protect these fields. What Charlotte don't give out fields to just everybody. You got to pay us to be able to move around and get different fields and different facilities. Man, help us out. Help us maintain the fields. presidents, if you see some of your parents acting out, they respect you guys more than they respect us. So if you see that happen, help us out, man. Help us get the people back. Help us keep the people off the field. And then also, if you eating food, please just throw it in the trash can, because at the end of the night, we there for an extra hour and a half having to pick the stuff up, man. So if you can help us out by just doing that part, that's half the battle done for us. We able to have another OTB showcase. You don't want this to be shut down, man, because it won't. It'll stop a lot of the stuff that's going on across the state if we do. So help us, help y'all. You know what I mean? And the biggest thing for us, like I said, we're gonna have a bunch of camera people out there, man, doing some stuff. So, man, please, parents, you know you don't supposed to be on the sideline. Go in the stands, man. Please bring your tents, bring your lawn chairs. Field 2 don't got no bleachers, so bring your chairs, bring your stuff. But please stay away from the sideline. Let the coaches coach, and things of that nature. You got something on that, Cliff?
Oh yeah, I say the same thing, man. Just kind of, respect everything what's going on. Like, especially when you're coming up to pay, let's keep the traffic flowing. Everybody, just throw your trash away. Respect the coaches. Please stay off the rails, man. They human. They gonna make mistakes. They shouldn't, but shit. Like I say, they human. But we're gonna have 4 refs out there, so we're gonna keep an eye on everything. So coaches, please don't come down on the rails. It make it hard to be able to get refs for showcases and games on Sunday because they play in the league. So then when you break them out on Sunday, coaches jumping right down the damn throat because they fucking up. It ain't the refs' fault. They can't win the game for you. So, just stay off the refs a little bit, coach.
And I ain't never seen a referee too much overturn a call. So you getting on a referee or getting mad at them, just go on to the next play. Wait for halftime or timeout. You pull him to the side, let him know what you seen. He might give you the next call, but yelling at him, cursing him out, only gonna make him, like you said, they human. You on a bad side for the rest of the game. So it's best to just be quiet, wait till the next one and try to get the next call. But to act like you want it. There's some of these referees just like you. So just know that going into it, like it's gonna be like what you thinking. I want to be the first to tell you here that all referees ain't just going back down. So I love everybody, man. Let's keep doing what we doing. Let's bring good football to the state of North Carolina, South Carolina. Let's have a good OTB Sunday showcase. Much love and respect. OTB, we out. Appreciate you.